aviondemand.com. Automotive training you can receive anywhere, anytime. Your online training starts here.
I don't know this person. I can't identify this person. Let's talk about email, because email is still one of the major ways that we communicate in business. Need to have antivirus software that's actually checking your email for malware. A lot of us have got antivirus software checking our hard drive. Well, let's check it before it ever makes it through the front door. And a lot of your services that you get email through actually have the capability of doing that, but some by default don't have them on, or by default some of us turn them off. So don't assume that just because you're getting email, your phone is safe, that you can't get malware on a phone, because that's not true. Spam monitoring should be turned on. If an email comes from a friend, make sure it really came from that friend. Look at the email address. Also think about how common some names are. If you get an email from somebody that you know, but the topic's weird, happens all the time, right? The topic's weird, and it's something that they would never say that to me. They'd say, Donnie, check this out. That's just not something they would say. So be careful about those things. Don't open any attachments that you didn't ask for. Now this is a little bit of a stretch, because a lot of times you're going to get PDF files and things like that that you didn't ask for. Make sure that you know the sender before you even consider it. Make sure you've got malware detection running before you open it. But at the end of the day, if you didn't ask for something, you got to be careful about opening it. Never send really important information in the clear. Email is not a secure way to send credit card information. In fact, I get all these requests to, can you pay this bill? And these are legitimate vendors. And they're asking over email. Scold them. Why are you asking? There are ways for me to pay you that are secure, and I will pay you when you figure that out. Otherwise, I'm not sending you email this way. This is where, unfortunately, the good old fax machine, as much as I hate them, pretty darn secure. So let's talk about cyber blackmail. This is that email you get where they say, I caught you doing something really bad on your camera and I'm hacked into your computer, and if you don't send me $5,000 to this offshore account, I'm going to turn it over to your boss. And I'm saying, okay, well, that's great, but I don't actually even have a camera on my computer, so I don't know. But if you do, FBI wants to know about these because they are tracking them and they are trying to back up on who they are and shut these folks down. So when these things show up in your email box, have a look at them. We're going to go into that in just a little bit more. Make sure that you clean out unneeded mail. Clean out your mailbox, particularly of spam. And the other thing is, you get all of these attachments and things over time. Think about how much of that you actually need, because if you check and you do a lot of email, it's likely that that particular file is massive and it could have something in it that just hasn't activated yet. So be sure and clean those out periodically. Here's an example of an email you may get where allegedly this pretty girl is looking for a date with you. You don't know her, she doesn't know you, so it's pretty unlikely, right? Logically, but our brain is still a child, and it's like, oh, she's cute, I'm gonna click on that. Check the link, roll over it. It's not a pretty girl it's going to. It's opening up a port. So it is phishing. We spell it with a PH. This is trying to get you to get information, give information, or to expose account information, or it could just plain be malware. This is another email example where this has got a link in it that's telling you to go somewhere. The name on this account is actually somebody I know. They've duplicated it, but the email address doesn't match. And the link, if you look at the extension at the end, in the United States we have .com, .org, .biz, which can be a little dicey. You better be careful. We got .us. We've got a lot of those extensions. We don't have .ru because that's Russia. We don't have .cn because that's China. So when these things are coming from domains that you don't recognize, do they know you? Are they really sending you an email that's of any value that you're going to use? In my case, bing, delete, and then clean them all out.
Thanks for watching this video presentation. If you'd like some more training, just go to aviondemand.com or go to one of our social sites. That's all the time for now. I'm Steve. I'll see you later.